Hello everyone, welcome to my new video. Please don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and all that stuff. What's this video about? Well, this is a drum kit. Have you ever seen one of these before? This is my drum kit. I call it Animal because many Muppets died in order to create the skin for this. So in tribute, I call it Animal after one of the great drummers. So what am I going to do? Well, basically, I'm going to record like a little bit of slap and tickle on the drums in a very lo-fi capacity. And then I'm going to take it into the computer and try and beef it up a bit and make it sound a little bit more exciting and usable enough for my productions or your productions. Maybe you're a drummer and you have limited facilities in terms of recording and you want to make your drum recordings a little bit more interesting. Or you want to record another drummer and you've only got 2 microphones or something. So this is just a little quick and dirty way to get some drums sounding quite nice. I'm using this as a Zoom Q8 field recorder and camera. It's kind of a GoPro with a stereo XY on the top, which is kind of not strictly looking at the snare, but yeah, well, they're kind of going like that, they're going like that way. But I've kind of pointed it in this direction so that the hi-hat might be a little bit on this side and the ride might be a little bit on this side. So I am by no means a drummer. I'm a pretty bad drummer. I like to think I can hold my own a little bit in terms of keeping a solid beat if I'm going at my own pace, but when I have to start doing fills and stuff, I start to lose it. Anyway, so I'm just going to play nice and slow so that I can have some time to think about what I'm going to do. Just going to do some generic breakbeaty stuff. Try and get as much as I can out of the snare, different tones. Try my best to do some rim shots. If I miss, it doesn't matter because I'm going to cheat later on with a few things. Okay, let's go. That was going so well. Damn. Okay, I wanted to do that all in one long jam, but, nobody's perfect. Okay, so, what do I want to do next? Okay, what I want to do is I want to take some single hits of the snare and the kick, because I'm going to layer them over the top of what I just recorded in order to beef it up a little bit. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take the stick, I'm going to put it on the snare so that the stick is touching the skin and the rim. And I'm going to strike the stick a handful of times in various places, nice and hard, to get a good rim shot sound, because I'm not very good at the drums, so I can't guarantee I'm going to do a rim shot when I try. So I'm just going to record some specific ones. Okay. Alright, that'll do, and maybe I'll just get a few dead on the centre. Okay, now I'm going to do the same, but I'm going to wallop the kick drum nice and hard, just in this room. into this mic. Alright, so the mic looked like it's peaking around about -12. That's going to give us lots of headroom. Alright, let's go to the computer and screw around with this. See you in a bit. Okay, so here I am in Ableton, and I've extracted the audio from that recording that I just did of me on the drums. And I'm going to get down and dirty with it. Let's have a listen. Oh, that was me. Okay, so basically probably what we want to do is try and work out what tempo it's at, find our start point before we start getting in there with the choppage and the processing. Okay, so I'm fairly certain that that is my start point. So I'm going to turn warp on rather, and go to where I think that is. Okay, it's sort of already made the decision to do that, which is a bit strange. Okay, so 1 is here. Thanks Ableton for working that out for me. So yeah, it's kind of told me that it's sort of at 96 BPM. So let's go down to 96 BPM. I mean, that's roughly how I played it. Okay. So basically what I want to do now is make some decisions over how much I really want to quantize this. You know, I want to maintain some of that ebb and flow, or how I like to call it is the compromise between loose and locked. So I probably want my kicks and snares to be fairly on the grid. Well, actually, absolutely on the grid. But some of the little ghosty bits in between, depending on how wobbly they are, I'm just going to leave them be, because that was how I was feeling at the time, and I don't want to make my feelings too rigid, you know? So I'll just start by doing it bar by bar. Okay, let's do this one. So I've got the beats algorithm on. I'm going to use the, well, I will eventually use the forward transient thing, the forward thing. Let's just, might sound a little bit glitchy whilst I'm doing this. Okay, that's good. Okay, that's way off. Let's put that one there. Oh, I got a little bit lost. Oh, I'm lost. What happened? What happened? I completely got lost. Okay. All right, just turn the push on. Okay, there it is. That's the one. Okay. Okay. It's very hard to do this and to kind of keep the groove going, you know. I have to keep stopping and starting, which isn't how I normally like to work in Ableton. I like to just leave it running in the background whilst I'm working, but for this type of thing, we can't. Oh, I definitely started to speed up a bit towards the end. I was getting excited. Oh, I forgot I screwed up at the end. All right. That's a shame, because that is really nicely 16 bars. All right. That's fine. That'll do for now. Okay, let's have a look at some of these snares. I'd maybe like some of these.
to be a little bit more on. Oh dear, that one was well late. Yeah, I mean, the ones that are clearly very pronounced, where I've done an accent, you know, a push, I really want those to be on the grid. The other little flippity gibbets in between can... Yeah, that one. Oh dear, that double kick was a bit off. Yeah, okay. I might maybe just sort that out. Okay. Well, considering that I screwed up the last bar, I might maybe just make this segment only 9 bars long. Oh, that's nice though. Ah, indeed. Yeah. Okay. Right. So I'll actually just take. This is going to be 15 bars long, which is a very unusual amount of time. But it's the decision I've made. Gotta stick with it. Okay, that's fine. So, nice. I'll just rename that. I'll call that hat. Call it hat 1 or hat Q. No, hat 1 is fine. Okay, so now I'm going to duplicate that, and now I'm going to do the ride section bit, which I played at a different tempo most likely. So again, I've gone to the start, right-clicked and gone set 1 1 1 here. Let's have a listen. Nice, I did a little aim and break at the end there. Okay, beautiful. So again, put the snares where I want them. If this is the first time you've come to my YouTube channel, my videos are long. I don't edit, I don't script. I just basically live my life. Okay, so it's going to sound a little jittery because I'm using the forward only, you know, transient preserve or whatever. And the reason why that is because later on I'm going to speed this up. So yeah, you'll notice along the way that I did a dreadful job sometimes actually hitting the snare drum. Can you believe that? But that is why I got those one-shot samples, because I'm going to overdub them to the recording. Because as we're recording a stereo, like stereo recording drum mix thing. Sorry, I'm warping and talking at the same time. Warp with me, talk with me. We're limited in terms of what we can do with our levels. So if you find yourself in a situation where you want to record a drummer and you don't have 10 microphones, Get some one-shots. And then if you're ever in a situation where you're thinking, damn, I wish the snare could be a bit louder, you just turn up the one-shot. But get, you know, a selection of one-shots so it's not too drum machine-y. Oh, that might be the sound you're after, I don't know. Oh dear, I kind of fluffed this a bit. A few goofs. Oh no, that one's way off. What have I done here? I've made a mistake. I think maybe that needs to be there. Let's see what this is like. No. You there. Okay. Maybe that there? Okay. Okay. Okay, I'm going to speed it up now. Yeah, sweet. Okay, so let's rename that. Oh, Ride 1. Okay, so now let's, what do we do now? I'll have a quick beer break. And a quick vape break and think about life. Why I'm doing this. Why am I doing this? What's at the end? Okay, so I'm going to take these two clips now. Whoops. And I'm going to copy them into the arrange page. Okay. Okay, what's going on with this one? All right, so I need to maybe loop this. Okay, that's fine. Okay, so yeah, it's not 16 bars long. That's okay. What happened here? Okay. All right, let's listen. Okay, so as you may remember, I got those one shots as well, didn't I? So I'm going to take a copy of the one shots. I'm going to turn warp off, find my one shots. Here they are. So I'm fairly certain it's all this stuff. The one shots are there. Yeah, that's them. Okay, so I'm going to put them in a simpler and just do a very quick slice using this. So we'll go to slice. There we go, it's done. Oh, there's me at the start. Okay, so to start with, we've got the rim shotty ones. They're nice. And then we've got the softer, well, they're not softer, but they're more in the middle. And there's a click.
Pull up the kick drum nice and hard.
and yeah. Okay, and then we've got the kick drums. Beautiful. So I'm going to basically trigger those and overdub them over this recording, which shouldn't be too challenging because it's pretty straight. There'll be a few syncopated snares here and there. I might just start with the kicks. See how I get on. Oh, maybe not at 140. Let's go back to, well, let's go to 100. Yeah. Okay, I'll just record that. I'm just pressing them on the push. Okay. Oh, wrong one. Let's go again. Okay, where is it? Okay, it's these ones. Okay. All right, I'm ready. I'm ready this time. Okay, go. Okay, I mostly did that okay, but in places it was dreadful. So I'm just going to decide what to do about that. That looks like a nice grid. Let's quantize that. Okay, let's just have a listen to the kicks on their own. Okay. 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 Right. Now let's do the snares on a separate track. Okay. So I've got 6 snares to choose from, which is going to make it sound a little bit more, you know, human, a little bit more acoustic. Let's try this. Oh, help if I hit record though, wouldn't it? Right, okay. It's been a while. I've been taking a break from music. Need to get back into the swing of it. Okay, so again, I made a few mistakes there because I forgot exactly what I played, but we'll sort those out. I might not use those ones, but we'll see. So let's just find a grid we like. Okay, let's go select all and quantize. Let's have a listen. Yeah, that one. You can go there. Okay, this one was, I didn't know what was going on. Okay, I might just take them out and listen. Nah, didn't really do anything. Okay, that's fine. Okay, there as well. Oh, okay. Whoops. Okay. Yeah, there. Okay. Okay, that's fine. I think maybe I need to do something similar with the kicks. Okay, I'll leave it for now. I don't want to take too long on this because this is a YouTube video. I'm not doing this all night. Why don't I just take those kicks and plonk them over the ride as well? And the snares, let's have a listen to that. Let's go up to 140. Okay. Okay, might need to do some work there. Okay. remember. Again, I can't remember what I actually played. I was turning everything down a bit. Okay, there, I don't need that one. Okay. Okay. Oh, I don't know what I did here either. Let's have a look. Oh, take me back here. Okay, yeah, so it's that one. That one can go forward a touch. So I'm using the actual wave here as a reference now to get my kicks and my snares where I want them. Okay, so for the last bit, I'll probably need to just paste something from early on. Let's take this. Okay. Okay, you can go there. I could have just done it this way. Okay, we don't need that. I might leave that kick in though, because it's a nice push with the cymbal. Maybe we don't want that kick. Okay, kind of cuts off at the end, but that's nice. So right now we've got some options. We've got stuff that we can play with. We've got the original recording, which has been quantized a little bit, not too drastically, so it still sounds a little bit funky like a human played it. And then we've got some options in terms of how we're going to process this. What I'm going to do is I'm going to process it and resample it, and then just keep that resample as a break, as a drum loop that I can use later on. And maybe I might, along the way, try a little bit of experimental sound design or something. How are we doing now? 22 minutes. It's time for another beer break. Hope everyone's having a nice time watching this. Okay. Play. Okay, let's have a look at the snare. I mean, that's really all we want, is just the transient. Same for the kick. Could put a little bit of reverb on there, but I probably won't for now. But we could put a little bit of reverb on the snare. So, if we were in a situation where we had this drum break that we'd recorded, this stereo lo-fi drum break recorded with 2 microphones. And we were kind of like, well, what can we do to, beef it up? Oh, the kick drum's not really there, or the snare drum's not really there. That's where the one-shots come in. So already, if I feel like I'm lacking in snare, I can turn up this snare one-shot. And the same with the kick drum. Okay, it's starting to sound good. Now I'm going to group these. And I'm going to go back to the session view because I don't really like working in that window. So, okay, let's just close a few things here. So what could we do? Well, I'm just going to drum bus everything and maybe use a bit of channel EQ, a bit of overdrive maybe. I quite like to overdrive. The stock overdrive plugin I really like it on snare drums. I'll be honest. I do actually. I do. I'll bring it down a bit though. Okay. I'll maybe grab a loop here. Okay. Let's maybe put a bit of reverb on it. I don't know. Let's put a tiny bit of reverb on before the overdrive. Yeah, naughty boys or girls. Only 7%. %. Now I've gone for 2% reverb. That's very conservative for me. Okay, let's see what we could do with the kick drum. Well, we could, of course, use drum bus. I was planning to use drum bus a lot for this, but I don't know whether to save drum bus for the whole mix or, well, I don't know. Let's try it on just the kick drum. Christ on a bicycle. That was very smacky, very loud. We got the boom though, we can boom it. Oh, that's good. Yeah, I backed off the transients, a little bit of boom. That kick drum is pounding me now. Okay, it's a little bit loud, so I'm going to come down a -6 for the kick. Okay, now let's drum bus the original recording. This is where things are going to start to really get exciting. Already getting excited. I might maybe do a high pass on this because most of the kick is coming from the kick one shot. I'll use the channel EQ just to make things nice and, you know, quick. Okay, I'm going to stick a limiter on there. Don't call out my limiter. It's just for sampling, right? I'm not mastering a song. Right, let's resample it and get rid of that loop. So my new thing is that my default Ableton project loads with a sample channel all ready to go. That's my new thing. I love it. If at any point I just want to resample something, I could just go over here, hit record and go. It's a nice little thing. Try it. Why don't you do it too? You don't have to do it. You can do what you want. I don't give a shit. Right, let's record. We'll record in the arrange window. Okay, so I'm going to record all of this juicy breakbeat, buttery bass bollocks. Okay, let's go. Look at those juicy turds of transients. Look at that. sausage sounds. Oh, I reckon I need to remember that my mic is coming in on Ableton, so I need to resample that again because somewhere in there is me, I think. Turds of transients. Yeah, I need to delete that. Okay, I promise I won't talk on this one. Okay, the kick drum didn't sound quite as good, I thought, on the ride bit. Not sure why. Let's inspect it. Okay, I'm going to do another pass of that, but I'll do it over here. Do it from here. I'll use the punch in and out. I like the punch in and out when I'm doing this stuff. The punch in and out is this guy and this guy. There we go. So it'll only record in here. I love it. Right, let's go. Beautiful. So yeah, that was basically it. I mean, we could keep going with more stuff, but really that was all I wanted to just share with you. Really was that. I'm trying to make my way through a new album at the moment, and I really want to play the drums on it, but I don't actually want to play the drums on it. So what I've been doing is recording, various little loose improvised jams by myself on the drums, putting them into Ableton and doing stuff like this, and then turning them into loops, which I'm then, chopping up or whatever. So for me, in terms of my personal aesthetic, I know that I played some of those things in real life, but also in terms of my own personal aesthetic, I like to cut up sounds, screw around with them. So to be able to take that source material and then do the other things I'm interested in, for me, is really floating my boat. My boat is floating. So maybe you might want to do that. Get we can do it with one microphone if you want, or, I just did it because I wanted you to see it. So I used my Zoom video camera field recorder, but use any mic. I really like having a mic come into the kick drum by my knee, where my kick drum is, pointing at the snare, but also pointing a little bit at the kick drum, and compress that. That can sound really, really, really good. So now that we've got that, let's have a look at that. Look at that. Juice. Oh my crikey. Juicy. Oh, right on the nice transients there on the grid. Yeah, that one not so much, but look at these nice big fingers of sound. Look at that. That's a little bit off too. Oh well. So now whenever you pull that in, you know, it's going to be peaking at where the fader is. And this is something I'm going to attempt to discuss in another video in the future. If I paste that in here now, this is currently the fader you can see here is at 0, right? And so will the audio when I start playing this. So as I turn the fader down, we're now at minus 24 dB. The audio is peaking right where the fader is. I quite like this. This is nice. This is nice for me. Because that way when I'm doing a mix later on, as I bring things in and out, I know that they're going to be where the fader is. Anyway, that's a good conversation for another time. So I hope you liked this video. I'm going to wrap this up now and go and stick it on my Patreon. All of this stuff, all the recordings, all of it, the whole set going on there. Boom. If you'd like to support me on Patreon, I'd be very grateful. You can get access to this download, this set I've just done, and every other set from every other video I've ever done in my life. And if you want, you can subscribe to some other tiers where you can pay a little bit more money, and at a time or interval of your choosing, you can have a private one-to-one call with me down Zoom. And, you know, we can talk about whatever you want, anything you're curious about to do with music production, or you want feedback on a mix, or you want to learn some things that you're not finding anywhere. Anything to do with Ableton, sound design, MaxMSP, even Reason. I mean, like modular, you know, anything that I know about, I'd be happy to help. Okay, so another long video from me. Okay, great. So that's it. See you next time. Why don't we listen to this at 200 BPM for a laugh? Bye.